I want to thank God for all of those who are faithful monthly partners in sowing into what I do in ministry. Thank you so much. And I bless you. Okay, let's look at this book. And again, you can get it at Amazon. Favor, The Road to Success. I think this is the first book I ever read on favor. Never heard of the subject, never heard it taught until somehow I got a hold of this book. And when I read it, I grabbed it, the message of favor. And I've been walking with this now for probably about 40 years now. I've been walking in this revelation. I want you, if you want to read the book, any of the books that I'm going through, they changed my life. I'm sure they'll be a blessing to you. This is a classic and encouraging book that emphasizes how walking in the favor of God leads to success in every area of life. Bob Buuse teaches that favor is not something we earn, it's something we receive by faith and expect daily. Living in the supernatural favor of God is the key to spiritual, emotional, and material success. Key scriptures, Psalm 5 and 12, one of my favorite verses. For you, O Lord, will bless the righteous. With favor, you will surround him as with a shield. Also, Luke 2:52, and Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. Proverbs 3:3-4, let love and faithfulness never leave you. Then you will find favor and good and a good name in the sight of God and man. What is favor? Favor is God's special attention and preferential treatment. God's special attention and preferential treatment is being in the right place at the right time with the right people. I love that point. The right place at the right time with the right people. God will position you when favor is on your life to be at the right place at the right time with the right people. Favor is grace in action. I like that definition. Grace in action. God opening doors you didn't knock on. This core message, favor is not about striving. It's about believing and receiving. In other words, it's not something you have to struggle with, work hard for. It is believing and receiving. What are the characteristics of God's favor? It surrounds you like a shield. Psalms 5 and 12. It protects, promotes, and prospers. It protects, promotes, and prospers. It causes others to go out of their way to bless you. I like that. It causes others to go out of their way to bless you. It accelerates your progress and eliminates struggle. It accelerates your progress and eliminates struggle. How to activate the favor of God. Number one, expect favor. Favor flows where there's expectation. Do you expect favor? Do you look for it? Do you believe for it in your daily life? Bob Buuse teaches, if you expect rejection, you attract it. If you expect favor, you will walk in. In other words, you attract what you expect, what you're believing God for. In my book on who God favors, one of the points I make is that God favors faith. God favors faith. Faith attracts God's favor. So it's important to have strong faith, build your faith, walk in faith, walk by faith and not by sight. That attracts the favor of God. You should say, I expect the favor of God everywhere I go. That's a good confession. I expect the favor of God everywhere I go. Favor surrounds me like a shield. Favor is increasing in my life. Confess favor daily. Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. I'm going to do some books on confession that changed my life, which is why I do it so much. Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Speak favor over your job, career, relationships, health, finances, every area of your life. Bob Buuse encourages developing a favor mindset. Enveloping a favor mindset. What you say becomes your reality. Number 3, walk in righteousness and integrity. 2 of the keys to attracting God's favor: righteousness and integrity. While favor is unearned, grace, it flows more freely in a clean and obedient life. Proverbs 3:4 links favor with mercy and truth. Live by godly values. Truth is integrity. I've always said that being a person who's integral, a person of integrity, really does attract the favor of God. Being merciful, being compassionate, being kind, being loving also attracts God's favor. That's Proverbs 3:4. Number 4, be a blessing to others. Favor is not selfish. As God gives you favor, you should extend grace and kindness to others. Luke 6:38. Give, and it shall be given. So that when you give favor, when you show favor, you'll reap favor. You'll receive favor. Eliminate obstacles to favor. What are some of the obstacles to favor? Number 1, negative self-talk. Again, the tongue. I'm not worthy. Nothing good ever happens to me. Eliminate those negative confessions from your life. Bitterness, offense, unforgiveness can block the favor of God from flowing in your life. So make sure that you have no bitterness. One of the books I'm going to deal with is called The Bait of Satan, The Trap of Offense by John Bevere. Another book that will change your life. Bitterness and offense blocks the flow of grace and favor. Bitterness and offense blocks the flow of grace and favor. Fear of man causes you to miss divine opportunities. So don't be afraid of man. The Bible says the fear of man brings a snare. Eliminate fear from your life. Walk in faith. Faith attracts the favor of God. Favor flows when your heart is light. Your heart is light. Your mouth is right, and your faith is active. Your heart is light. Your mouth is right, and your faith is active. Then, of course, in this book, he talks about examples of favor in the Bible. Joseph, one of my favorite people in the scriptures, favored in prison and promoted in a day. Genesis 39:21. Esther gained favor with the king and saved her people. Esther 2:15 through 17. Daniel found favor with Babylonian rulers. Daniel 1:9. And then, of course, Jesus increased in favor. So you can grow in it with God and man. Luke 2:52. Practical ways to walk in favor. Start each day with a favor declaration. Smile, speak life, show kindness, open doors in the natural and spiritual. Apply 4 things you feel underqualified for. Favor qualifies you. Favor will open doors to you in places where you don't even feel qualified. Trust God when rejection happens. Favor often redirects you to better opportunities. So sometimes when you hit an obstacle, favor will take you to a better opportunity. Here's a sample confession. I am surrounded with the favor of God. People like me and want to bless me. Doors open for me. Good things happen to me. I expect favor today, and I walk in success because of it. Favor is your road to success. Thank you, someone sewing into PayPal. Favor is not random. It's part of your covenant inheritance in Christ. When you walk in God's favor, struggle is replaced by supernatural success. Make favor a lifestyle, not just a moment. And so some things you can do, some add-ons, create a 7-day favor challenge with daily declarations and journal prompts. Hand out a favor confession card. You can do that and teach others favor. Write out some favor cards. Give them things they can write and confess. Invite testimonies of unexpected favor in people's lives. Use a roadside visual favor next exit. I like that. Favor next exit. And so that's this book, Small book, wasn't large. When I read it, it really blessed me. I didn't even know favor was in the Bible. All this was new to me. This was 40 years ago. And I began to study these subjects. I began to teach them, preach them, and they really changed my life. So I'm doing 50 books that changed my life. And this is book number 3. The first one was New Creation Realities by E.W. Kenyon. The Authority of the Believer by Kenneth Hagin. This is called Favor, the Road to Success by Bob Buuse. Now, again, you don't have to read all these books. You may not have time to read all these books, but some of them may come to you and say, I need that book. Many of you may have never heard of these books because they were written years and years ago. And I'm finding out that this generation of young believers really don't have a good foundation on some of the subjects that we received and grew up. This was the highlight of the Word of Faith movement, where we were really getting a lot of teaching and revelation, really laid a good foundation in my life. And I want you to have these books available in your library and make a part of your ministry. There may be books that I don't call out that may have changed your life, but these are the 50 that changed my life. And I'm going to do that within the next month. So tune me in every day. I'm on here on the porch, and we're going to continue the conversation in Clubhouse.